Look at this.
Well,
Legendaries. Look at this. It's like the Brady Bunch. Look at this.
God.
It's like a cast reunion of Dad's Army. Look at this.
I'm center square. I get to be Paul Lynde. I hate people.
Well, I was talking to Si and Adam, and we did Adam's Top Gun. And as we're doing it, at the end of it, we're talking about different streams and so forth. So I've got to give credit where credit's due. This is Gap's idea. So Gap was in the chat, and Gap went, you know what would be a good thing if annuals. Now, it's weird, this, and I'm really glad that Gap brought it up, and thanks, Gap, for the idea. And I said I was going to do it and so forth. But this is something that, especially us lot, we love annuals, and it's weird that I've never seen what is it, a stream about them and so forth. Yeah, it's an actual staple to us, isn't it? Really, annuals. Can you imagine a Christmas when we were kids without them? So I'm just going to go around a minute and then welcome everybody and just tell me what you about your annuals, and then what we'll do is I've got a couple of videos to show you that people have sent in, and then I'm just going to make everybody big, and then everybody can show their annuals and what they mean to them and so forth. Well, first of all, we've got Adam Berry. So cheers, Adam, for coming in. What is it about annuals to you, Adam?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having us, Shabby and Si. It's a weird one. Like I said, I think I put a quick thing out on my Instagram. I've spelt it wrong, but it is a staple, not a stable, which is what I put, but a staple of Christmas and birthday, especially in the UK. I think more so Christmas. I would get some sort of random annual at Christmas, and sometimes it would be about a property that I didn't even care about, but it was like your parents had probably seen it in the shop and probably thought, oh, that'll do. Stuck it in there. And so, yeah, they're brilliant. And I think it's the artwork as well for me. I'm not the best reader, so I don't tend to, even as a kid, I used to flick through and just look at the pictures. So that's my view on it.
What about you, Des?
I think it's like Adam said. It was a good stocking filler. I don't know how much they were relative to sort of wages back then, but it was a good stocking filler. It was almost a continuation of some of the comics you had throughout the year. So almost like a bumper edition of that. And it just a good sort of, whether it was to keep you quiet for a couple of minutes before you sort of race downstairs to open up your the rest of your presents. I don't know.
You are right, though, because in a way, though, that was a bit different. Because unlike Si, I wasn't really I like Dan Dare, and I loved Roy the Rovers and Commando. Do you remember the little Commando comics and that kind of thing?
Oh,
I love those. But I always look forward to an annual because I wasn't avid in comics like our Si was. Isn't that right, Si?
I'd say so. But again, I loved annuals as kids because you always got annuals on like Thundercats and He-Man and Megatron and Transformers and that sort of stuff. So that's why I always loved them. Judge Dredd and 2000 AD, and got some great ones, didn't we, when we were younger? And it doesn't seem to die out. When I go to like Asda or somewhere or Co-op and stuff, and it gets to Christmas time, you do still see annuals, don't you? And they're still at a good price as well, aren't they? Like a couple of quid or something.
Yeah.
So I do like that still.
So you're the stickler in this, basically, Scoob. And the reason I wanted to ask you on, Scoob, is because obviously you grew up in a different country to us. So what was like an annual to you when you were a kid?
I remember as a small lad growing up in Liverpool, my mum and dad would put us in the stocking.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't. America. We didn't have them. This was not a thing in America. No annuals. No hardback book of your favorite.
Not even the Christmas special or anything.
No, nothing. This is a very British thing. This was not an American. You know, we have comic books, but as far as a hardback, thing on Woody the Woodpecker or Flintstones. Nope, never. So I learned about them through you guys. And have gotten addicted.
Rob's awesome. I put it in the group talking about it, and Rob went, "What the F is an annual?" He didn't even know it was
right, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we also call those yearbooks around here. Like you went to school and you got Did you get your annual yet?
Right. So your high school yearbook is more like your annual then. Oh, right. DTM, what about you, pal?
Yeah, same really. Christmas and birthdays could almost guarantee you'd get a little parcel. You knew what were in it, whatever annual were coming out that year you asked. Yeah, it's it's just like I said, it's kept on going, hasn't it? It's just one of them things, an annual.
They love them. I think what it was
TJC?
for Americans is, I think it's because you had such a great comic book industry. When it came to Christmas and it came to holiday seasons and things like that, Pete, Marvel and DC would always do bumper editions, the bumper size comic, the bumper size edition where you'd get like 3 or 4 editions in one. And I think that's what more your annual sense was in America, wasn't it? For because when I get these bumper editions in, like they're always like a Christmas edition or a Halloween edition, or gives you that a bit more like what a special like an annual was. Annuals weren't tied into comics or anything like that. There was no tie-ins. I think some did along the lines of Transformers and stuff, but I think that's why the Americans didn't have annuals, because you had like bumper editions at special times.
TJC, what about you?
Well, same as everybody else. Like Christmas was obviously got stocking fillers, but my mum, right from a young age, was always big on us being really good and interested in reading. So, what better way to do it than give you like books each Christmas that's on subjects of like cartoons or toys that you're into? Then obviously you're going to read them, aren't you? You get to read all the stories, and so that's a staple every year. I had all sorts of annuals every year. Just if you used to see them in places like the supermarket, they used to usually have them on offer, didn't they? Like 2 for this or
that's true.
3 for that. So they used to always get that. So my mum would just like get a handful if they were on offer, and then there'd be like stocking fillers. So that.
Has he froze?
I think he might.
I think he's froze.
I think he hasn't moved. Terry, move if you can hear us.
His PC crashed again.
His PC's, yeah.
So did you have the annuals as well as like coloring books and those kind of things, like at the supermarket?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, BT, I don't. One of you lads has just said it, and I'll ask you, Dave. It wasn't as if was there a time you actually wanted an annual book, or you just got one? Do you know what I mean? I don't think there was ever
funny. It's funny you say that, because I only ever got annuals at Christmas.
Yeah.
And I never ever asked for an annual. So I think annuals are great presents for to give for grandparents, for example. So or your mum and dad maybe, but mostly I got them for my grandparents. So and they would I believe that they picked up the annuals that they wanted to read, and then
right.
I'm surprised I didn't receive like a Cliff Richard annual, to be honest.
Hang on, the Sullivans.
But yeah, I loved annuals. So I mean, I never asked for them, but when you got them, you'd always read through them, and
always,
and there's always some, there's the comic strip, and then there's like a quiz or something, and there's always something else in them, isn't there? So
it's so intriguing, because it's like we've all agreed like this. It's something we never asked for. It's something we weren't looking forward to. You never made your list at all, and you went right. Star Wars figures, Transformers, the Dandy. Do you know what I mean? But we all got them. So. Is that what do you reckon the love for it, lads, then? It's just like a nostalgic thing. Is that what it is? Because we always remember.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And the artwork. Some of the artwork in our annuals were outstanding. Do you know what I mean? Best of British.
Yeah. Do you know it's funny as well? Because my mum, our Anne Marie, still sends me annuals to this day.
Nice.
I'm 48, and every time I get my Christmas box and so forth, she'll have either found an old annual or she'll have found one in a shop, and I'll just send it to Shabby. You'll love that. So absolutely brilliant.
I think it really sets off like a if you've got a little focused toy collection and you can put the annual that pertains to that behind it, really just
Can I ask you all a question, right? My mum had a habit of, every time we'd get an annual as a kid, she'd write second page in to Mark, to Simon, JB, to Richard, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, lots of love, Mum. And then she'd write the year in, 86, 82, whatever year it was. Did your parents ever do that?
Similar, yeah. Yeah, I used to get the name and the year it came out. But, yeah.
Rob just won some Star Wars annuals on eBay.
Nice.
Anyway, there was a gentleman tonight that couldn't make it with us tonight, but he sent me a video for us all to watch, and that's Travels with Jason. So Jason sent me this video. So if I can just get on it right here. Hopefully it was too big to put actually on my thing, so I'll just put it over here. It's on for about 2 minutes. Let's see if I can get it for you.
He's doing that spacing over waiting talk again, isn't he?
Yeah.
We got
I'll
some
just
paper.
talk while I'm waiting. Yeah.
Right, so can you all see
That's
that?
good. That's good freeze
Yep.
frame.
It's like George Clooney.
Right, here he is. Hopefully it'll work.
Makes me think of that scene where Jaws pops out of the water. Volume.
And you're watching this. But I'm not live. I am actually at the cinema at the moment. Well, will be watching.
He's not. It's not the Golden Girl sofa.
I really want to be on here, show you all the annuals that I have got, and I probably could do a whole show because I think I've got about 50. But sadly, I cannot make it tonight. So I'll leave it to you, all these lovely gentlemen and ladies. But I thought I would show you 4 of my annuals that I have got out with me. These are meant to be kids' annuals. And we got Rambo.
Nice.
Very much a kid's film, wasn't it? Very much. Very much a kid's film. Yeah. You know?
Turn to page 7 to find the Viet Cong.
You remember that cover though, don't you?
Oh yeah.
No, actually, rephrase that. It was actually a kids' TV show. You probably see the back. Doctor Who.
Oh,
with
cool.
the 3.
That's an awesome annual.
Nice, that one.
So yes, this one is for our side because we know how much he loved this, and he even mentioned about it. 2000 AD.
Oh yeah, that's a beast. That.
10, some years 15, some years 30, some year 8 or 7 or 5. But yeah. But I will keep this down short. This one is for our Des because it's Star Wars.
Oh.
That's enough of that. Now, on with the rest of these lovely people, and I will see you very soon. Sorry I can't make it, but I'm eating the cinema, having my popcorn, or bye!
You'll see Jason at the movies.
Does he think he's on MTV or something? You know, on MTV, like say, sorry you can't be here. Here he is.
Yeah, he's accepting an award.
He messaged me. He messaged me and he goes, "Oh, Shams, I didn't realise. I'm at the cinema." I said, "No problem, mate." I said, "Just send me a picture." He went, "All right, I'll send you a picture." He sent me a video.
that annual that you just shown there, that one of my favourite ever Judge Dredd stories is in that annual. He's right about that annual. I love that annual, yeah.
Hey, Sean,
John McGuire.
Once again, I'm blown away by the plethora of V merch that you guys got to experience both in the UK and Europe. It's crazy. You know, we had SWAT.
Thanks for looking.
Yeah. He had to resend the pictures.
Oh, that's awesome. So Zoe T says,
That's cool.
our Des and Mum kept the tradition of Christmas annuals for Ellen. See, I'm all for me, well, especially me and Pete were massive Christmas folks, so I'm all for stuff like that. I really am.
Cool. I have got some of those
in a green ski
down here.
See that, Terry?
Long time ago.
Again, I think.
Jonathan says, American comic book annuals were so different. Very few books got one. It's funny because I've pulled a couple of things out as well that I think are American annuals. I think you called them storybooks over here because there's a couple of things I've noticed that we had over there that was known as annuals, and over here it's the same annual but it says storybook on it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we did
go
have
that way.
hardback storybooks, but they were always like out there all the time. It wasn't like a Christmas thing.
Did those socks have monkeys on them, Connor?
Oh my lord!
The 18 rule. But anyway, let's just get down a bit. There's over 30 in the chat already, so we really appreciate that, boys. So here's Kev.
Carrie's back.
He said, "I got a razzle. I got a razzle annual in." Oh, look at this one. TJC's fallen asleep, not surprised. Bloody bus drivers.
I was waiting for the comments to come through. Colin's already had one earlier.
Right, so what I'll do is we'll get cracking. So let me just change this around like this. And I'll go at the end because it's only fair. So let me just push. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. There he is. So Adam, show us your annuals, buddy.
Okay. I probably don't have as many as some other people, but I've got about, I think, 10 here, I think, something like that. So the first one, which is from my childhood, actually, is my Back to the Future one. So
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's nice.
Yep.
as you can see, I kind of got a biro years ago and started to try and colour the annual bit in of it. I don't know why, but it's just so cool. Like this is just awesome. Like it's all about just there's not art in it because it's photos. It's not like drawn art, but it's still
From the
and I love
production.
I love that shot. It's on each.
Oh.
I think you found that on a
It's
lot
cool,
of annuals. You should have like a double spread shot, and I really like that, to be honest. So, but yeah, that's £4.25 is the price on it.
£4.
£4. But yeah, that's like my only childhood annual. All the other annuals I'm showing, I've just brought over the years. One I even picked up at the weekend, which VTR knows about. But classic Action Force.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I actually found this one boot sale not too long ago, actually, and I managed to pick it up for like £1. But again, it's clipped though. So a big thing in the annual world is whether they're clipped or not, which is where they've had the price cut off them.
Okay.
Because obviously, if it was a gift, people tended to tear the price off or cut the
Oh,
price.
yeah. Of course he did. Yeah.
That makes
Bloody hell.
sense. Yeah, mine has got that same missing. I wondered.
Yeah, some of them I've got that are unclipped, but these are obviously like comic book styles. They're like, cool art, everything. And so
Man.
no, none of these are library annuals.
Every year they went missing.
Is that the real reason for the clip? That's the library tag.
Well, I've got an unclipped one now, so this is another Action Force one, just a slightly different style. And that's
great
what
cover.
we look like unclipped. They just have the price there.
Look at that.
So, but yeah, that's wicked. Look at that, like,
Yeah.
so cool. Like, and then obviously it's the same sort of. It's more like a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
They'd had the odd as well. I don't know if anybody remembers this. They'd had the odd advert as well. So which I always found quite cool. But yeah, this is like a comic book style. Mask.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
So again, that's unclipped. But again, all like it's just wicked, like really wicked stuff. Like I love it.
The inner cover on that, you could actually get the wallpaper like that.
Yeah, you could.
That's true. Now, would you class an annual as it has to be a hardback book? Are we all agreeing with that? Because
I would.
I would. Yeah.
Is that an annual? But I think they were always hardback, weren't the annuals, fellas?
Oh, I will. When we get to me, I will. It'll be a little different one, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Another Mask one. So it's just a different cover.
Yeah.
And that one didn't have the double spread in it, which is, or did it? Maybe it's ripped. No, it didn't. I was going to say that's a bit annoying. So I thought that's what I like about them. But yeah, that one's slightly different. So it ended on
Look at that opening page, Joe. Thunderhawk on the USS flag, pretty much, really.
Yeah, it's actually.
See,
yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, good catch.
Scuba could actually play that in his house.
Yeah, that's another unclipped one as well, which is quite cool. So this one I picked up at the weekend. Classic.
TJ Hooker.
And I purely stood there, and VTR can detest, can back me up on this. I said, I'm only buying it if he's got pictures of Heather Locklear in it.
Just swing.
So yeah, she was as a kid, she was like literally, I was in love with this woman.
Yeah.
So
Fall Guy.
like, I only watched. My dad used to watch TJ Hooker, and he probably watched it for her as well. But I didn't know what was going on, anything. I was probably about 4 or 5, and it was just cop chases and a really pretty blonde girl. So that's all I remember, really. But I picked this up at the weekend. I think I paid £3 for it.
There you go.
It's quite cool. It's just a funny one, really.
Simon, do you remember sliding across your mum's coffee table doing the start of TJ Hooker? Do you remember, Si?
Yeah. Lobbing the coat hanger like it was the police club.
Yeah.
Your brothers.
Adam, you said what year is the Action Force comic?
Good. Sorry, I know.
87.
You asked one.
88.
I think that Action Force with Destro and that on the front was 88.
I can't see the years in these. You know what?
Because it's post like Action Forces transitioned from the Barons and now.
So that one's an International Heroes one, isn't it? So that's stuff.
Yeah, I can't see the years in them, but they normally do have the years in them. But yeah, I couldn't. There isn't an obvious thing. Now wait a minute. There's one
at the bottom. Normally, I'd say
89. This one is
okay.
The other one's 88, I think.
And you might be right. Let me just have a look. 87 is that
87.
one. Yeah, so 87, 89. There's a couple of Action Force annuals I'm really after. There's one with a Tiger Force cover on, which I think is from 91, which I really want, but it's quite a pricey one because some of them do go for a bit of money, and that one particularly is quite hard to get. So yeah, but yeah. VTR, did you say you were going to ask me something? Sorry.
Yeah, I do. I've got a very important question. How many times have you used that TJ Hooker annual since the weekend?
That's an outrageous question. So,
the pages weren't stuck together, Dave.
And it's Star Wars soap.
Come on, look at that. Unreal. I was when I became like a massive Bon Jovi fan, and I found that Richie Sambora married her. I was just like, lucky duck.
I remember when I used to love Karen Woodwell from Bananarama. I was in love with her, and when she married Andrew Ridgeley from Wham, I was like, "You slag."
See, over here we had Battle of the Network Stars, and she would be on it, and you were like, "Oh, please let it be in the swimsuit." She's going to compete.
Oh, absolutely.
I only got 2 more, and then I'm done. By the way, so
hang on. I've just shifted you. Bloody hell! Hold on one sec.
I didn't have that many. I didn't have. So this one is quite a popular one. You see it everywhere. Like, I've seen this at virtually every toy fair I've gone to. This is the turtle ones.
Nice.
You see these. This particular one, which is from 1990, is literally this cover. Like I see it everywhere. But
Rick had that. Yeah, it's mint, isn't it?
So again, I was a massive Turtles fan. Like obviously, Turtles. That was probably like the last toy line I was really into was the Turtles. So that would have been about 1990, 1991. Before I went to obviously senior school. But yeah, a massive. And then this one's really cool. I can't remember when I got this actually. Probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And what's really cool is that I just love that
with Mumra
again. But yeah, like that. It's the same sort of thing, but it's comic book style. But there's some really good stuff in here. Like look at that. Boom.
Yeah, mint.
Yeah. So no, I used to quite like Thundercats as well as a kid. And there's some really cool covers of these. But again, some of these go for big money. Like when I say big money for annuals, I consider it big money, like £15, £20. Mm-hmm. So, like a lot of them are cheap. And I'm sure all the guys have got stories of like picking them up really cheap and that. But the odd one or two, depending on what the property is, go for, I think, a lot of money, weirdly. So, Yeah, that's all mine. I've got about eight or nine, I think.
Nice.
Keith Knight says, I have the Battle Action Force annual from 1985 with the ads for all the EF toys inside. Looks like another parcel heading your way, mate. There you go, Adam.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you Keith found that at a charity shop.
Hiya, Jumpy.
Yeah.
So, Jumpy, say hello to everybody. Right, I'll go next because, as you all know, my internet is not the best. So, if I can get the pixelation out of the way, I can go on to you lads who have decent internet. So,
Well, I don't know. It's raining outside here, so that's probably got to cut off again soon.
let's have a look. So, let me just put myself there. Right. So, I did something a bit different. I picked out annuals, but I also picked out things that I've got in the States that I think might be considered annuals over here. So, the first one I got was that one.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed is like I said, every time I've picked up one of these in the States, it always says the storybook, but it's done like the same type of thing. It's got like comics
Must
in
be
it.
their version.
Yeah, so I think it's their version. So that will be my first one right there. This is a real old one that I had.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So same
Yeah, we
type
had
of thing.
those and like the pop-up books.
Yeah. So absolutely brilliant. This is one Anne-Marie sent me. Look at this Star Wars Annual 2019.
What?
Which is right
Great
there.
cover that though.
Yeah,
Great
of
cover.
course.
I haven't got that.
Yeah, and it's just brilliant. Let's have a look. Here's another one that Anne-Marie sent from 2014.
Sweet.
Nice.
Some of them later Star Wars covers are brilliant, though.
Grown man with 4 kids. Oh, I'll send Shabby an annual. He'll love that. Do you know what I mean? So absolutely brilliant.
Go man with 4
She's got to keep an eye on what you read. hasn't
Merry
she?
Christmas.
It's like a little kiss from your mum.
I tell you what. She always got me as a kid though. Every year. Now we're talking.
Now,
Well,
did she
They,
get
they
that?
were
because-
probably really cheap, Shabby.
yeah,
weren't
on markdown, like 2 for 1,
Poor chap.
50p.
Look, an official 1992 Everton annual. Let's see.
Nice.
It's probably quite rare, isn't it?
they? Did they give him away at matches?
Was that the year that they
It is a
actually
Liverpool.
won a game?
Look at the VTR. Look at those legends. Look at
Oh.
those legends, VTR.
Looks like a
You
nice
know?
lineup.
Absolute
Look at
legends. There you go. A staple for us, and I think we're all going to show different annuals here, but every year,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
got any.
every year. I mean, you know, it's funny that as well because even now, and I suppose because I'm out of the country, when one of you lads mentions either the Beano or the Dandy, I just, you know what I mean? It's so good. But Si said they've changed it all now. All the characters
Oh,
are
yeah.
different, and so I like.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
was that
definitely different
because
now.
you got to explain to the dumb American in the room? Was that an ongoing comic strip, like in the papers or something?
Yeah. No, not in the papers. It was what
They
was
were
it? in papers?
separate.
Was it?
They were the
It's just that
newspaper
in
type
Scotland,
comics.
wasn't it?
Yeah, they were the newspaper style comics, weren't they? The old paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a paper, yeah, but it was done as a comic book, wasn't it? That you bought from the off license.
But yeah,
every week.
Yeah.
but still that
Yeah, it
newspaper
wasn't-
print. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was done like that. So, and then believe it or not, there's a town in North Carolina called Apex, right? Which is it's a really pretty. It's one of the nicest places to live in the United States. It's got a thing underneath it, and it's a really nice place to go. And they've got lots of thrift shops there and flea markets there. I walk in there, and the first thing I find is the 2024 Beano.
What? How did that get there?
I had absolutely no idea what, I was thinking to myself, it's the 85th anniversary, so it's the annual for 2024 Beano. But I was under the assumption maybe someone's got like a British grandparent. I'll buy one of them and send it over. And they went, that's going straight to the thrift shop. You know what I mean?
I'm donating it.
I was going to talk to you about. Go on, sorry.
No, wait, I was going to say, where do you think Scuba's writing down now? Where do I need to go to get these annuals?
But I'm a person who always looks for them, even now. Every time I go out, I always see if I can find like an annual or a book. And this weekend, we've just gone out to a place called Ashborough. Scuba's been to Ashborough. It's got like 3 or 4 massive flea markets next to it. If you ever come and visit, I'll take you there. But look what I found in here for $4.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And I mean, look
not
at
a big
it.
line either, so that that's cool.
Think of the all the shops that surround Nerd Base.
Yeah.
Like, think of all those under one roof, and then multiply it times 4, and that's all the shops that you can go to.
It's awesome. Packed. It's awesome. But it's funny because what you said about your grandparents writing it in, or happy birthday, Dave, and all that sort of stuff. Right there, look. It says,
was it too?
Happy 5th birthday, Matt. Love Auntie Mabel or something like that, or Auntie Mary.
A safe aunt and uncle present. Yep.
Good old Mabel.
She was a secret
Mabel.
It's just stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable, the artwork and everything. But again, I always look for them. So I just found that one. Now, this is a bit of a cheat. This is my last one. And it's a bit of a cheat, but I wanted to put this out there because one of you said before is it the class there's colouring books and everything else? Well, we talked about V and there's not much for V. Me and Jen were picking up some furniture about 2 or 3 years ago. And for some reason, we've gone into this fellow had this huge storage shed and it was just full of furniture and old TVs. It's like a hoard, if you will, but he kept them all in this shed. And I saw this thing pulling up on the corner of this like wardrobe he had, and I pulled it down and it was this.
Oh, look at that.
Right.
And
nothing. I mean, if you actually look at it, nothing in it has been coloured. It's all like that. It's all spotless and so forth.
Virgin territory.
So I couldn't believe it. So I said to the guy, "What's that?" He goes, "That must have been." He said, "That must have been there for 40 years." He said, "Because I've never even seen it." So it looks like probably someone's put it on top and just left it. Do you see what I mean? So I just wanted to show you that as well, because even though this is a colouring book, I mean, these were just as famous, weren't they, as annuals when we were all kids? So yeah. So that's my set. That's what I've got right there.
Did you see the sectars? Mabel, did you get the bug book for Junior?
I bet Mabel was a massive fan of sectors.
Yeah, maybe she was. Yeah.
She had to glow.
It's got bugs on it. He'll love it.
You have to wear that T-shirt, that Sectors T-shirt for Christmas. Oh, I love it. It's my favourite T-shirt. Do you know what I mean? I can just imagine. Let's just get down to the chat a little bit.
Can I bring something up as well, because this is probably quite relevant, sorry, so I say to everybody. But say you really liked a toy line like, I don't know, G.I. Joe, and then you kind of went on to another one. Because it takes so long to get round to Christmas, you get an annual of saying you weren't interested in anymore either. As well. I remember like getting an annual and thinking, I don't like that anymore. What the hell? Like, why? Always used to happen. I don't know if anybody else said that.
That was always from like the periphery, like definitely grandparents or that aunt, uncle, that didn't quite, like they know you, but they don't know you.
Yeah.
What the biggest problem for us was when, like, your mum would get you an annual, but then your aunties would get you the same annual. And you'd always go, I've got two the same. Not so bad for me and Mark, because we could have one each, do you know what I mean? But, it was awful just to get the same annual, like, you'd be like,
Look at that. My dad used to get me West Ham annuals out to keep me away from the fireplace. Last season's Everton annual was a pamphlet.
Wasn't even in color, Keith.
I had loads of annuals as a kid. I had Brian, by the way. They all went in the bin years ago. I don't think
probably with me. Someone.
Oh, look, we got celebrities here. I saw him on West Indian. David. Let's have a look. Hello there, Mr. B's here. How are you, pal? Jumpy says, I can't knock Everton annuals. My team only published a centennial publication. Right, we're going to get to Des. But before we get to Des, a good friend in our community sent me his annuals. So I've got 2 of these to show, but I'll just show one now and I'll show the other one in a bit. So this one is of the lovely Luke. There's
Wow.
Luke's Mask Centurion.
Cool little collection. Yeah.
The real Ghostbusters annuals? I've never seen those.
Yeah, but I think Luke's the same as the rest of us, isn't he? I don't know whether they're from his childhood or not, but I think some of them you'll find now, won't you? We'll go out and we'll find it. And I don't think there's one person on here that's gonna. If you find like a super DTM, I'll ask you if you find like a super cool, what is it, in a second-hand shop or a thrift shop, you're taking it home, aren't you? I mean,
yeah, that's where I've got most of mine from over years.
Yeah.
Going out and finding them.
It does depend on my mate who's got a shop. He's got loads of real Ghostbusters and he's got some Transformers ones. And I won't buy an annual though if it's got writing in it. I'm a bit weird like that. So he's got a lot of writing in his ones. So I'm like, I won't bother. And I think one of his Transformers one in his shop is like 12 quid. It's quite a hard one to get. And I'm thinking, £12 for an annual? I just, I don't know, like, seems a lot for me. So
Adam, is it Scorched Earth Comics?
No, this was we weren't in Cursed Earth. This was actually in my mate's. This was in Retro Hunter. So he's got a load of annuals. So he's got. I'll have to take some pictures and show you them because obviously if you can't get them out there, he's got loads like Ghostbusters, He-Man, Transformers, and I do now and again. I think should I grab them? But some of them are quite hard to get, so they're not on the cheaper end. And I'm just like. Like, if they're under a $5, I'll pick them up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
But that's cool because both those shops are like literally right next to each other.
Yeah, it does work quite well. Yeah,
awesome. Nice. The lovely Des.
Look at him.
I'm just trying to get a mental image of Luke dancing to that music out of my head. Bizarre. Now this may shock a lot of you. But I can't find my Star Wars annuals anywhere. Well, I found two, to be fair. They sort of, to coin a phrase, they bookend. So I've got Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Excellent.
That cover's
Whoa.
awesome.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's all right, Des. That's all right, yeah.
The cover is so good, though.
That is awesome.
They're the only Star Wars ones I can find. Now so to sort of counteract that, we've got some of Mrs. T's and her brothers, and a few of my old ones, and a few of Zoe's and my other Dorella's. Mm-hmm. So I shall go back. So
unbelievable.
Did you not look between the KFC boxes, Des? I need
in the last sort of month or two with Tub Thumpers. My loft has just been upside down and this put here and put.
It's all Shabby's fault.
Exactly.
100%. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Look,
1980.
1980, yeah.
1981.
Oh, that's when I was born, Des. 81.
1982.
Yeah.
Oh, these are great covers.
There's a theme here.
Oh, we've got all these marks.
83.
Mint.
84.
Oh, cool. That.
Yeah.
85.
I'm mint.
Get any guesses for the next one?
87.
86.
That's the best one. BMX bike.
It's side doing the jump. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we have all these still. Brilliant.
87.
Oh, brilliant, Des. Brilliant.
88.
That's amazing. When does it stop?
You must remember these covers, Mark. You must do.
Yeah.
And then we've got to sort of trump Shabby's. Was your Beano and Dandy 60 years?
Yeah, 60th. Yeah. 50th.
Look at that.
Awesome.
Yeah. The golden years.
The Bass Street Kids on their own.
Oh, back.
Yeah.
82.
Oh, Bass Street.
Bass Street.
I was like, what did you say?
Backstreet.
I don't know if you had some lad that was weren't the prettiest sort of lad in the class. Did you all call him Plug?
Yeah.
Plug.
It was always the goofy kids in our school that got Plug. If you had big teeth, and that look at Plug over there.
I got Plug.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Plug.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's a Beano fan.
It's outrageous.
Des, if you look at the front cover of that comic there, that last one, It looks like me doing PE at school.
Well, this one.
Shall be the one.
Isn't that Everton in front of their goal?
Whoa. What's the matter with you?
Well, to counteract that, Dandy.
Oh.
80.
Yeah.
What was that cat called? Was it Corky? Corky, wasn't it? Corky.
81. 82.
Brilliant.
83.
You like that cat?
Oh, these are great.
84.
Oh, I like that one. There's Cy in the bushes.
It's my haircut, 84.
Banana man there.
It's gone up to 88.
Oh.
And then I used to love Desperate Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
So if you go out and have a pie now, Desperate Dan pie. You know, just
Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Do you remember he used to ride that steamroller? It was like his bike plus car thing was a big steamroller.
Got Smurfs from 82.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now this is a guy that is just so 1980s.
Oh, yes. Rolling back.
That's not Zoe's, is it? That's yours, isn't it?
I love Rolling Rat.
I think these are my brother-in-laws.
Kevin the Gerbil.
Yeah.
Golden Rat, yeah, I remember that every morning.
So that brings back so many memories.
One for Cy.
Down there, yeah.
That's cool.
Get the
That's
meat cold.
awesome.
Brilliant.
1987. Now, Cy, you're the comic aficionado. Who was it that was it Frank Bellamy? Was he down there?
I could not
Or
tell
was
you.
he
It's gone.
Eagle? Was he Eagle? I don't
I
know.
think I could not tell you. Could not tell you. I'll be a
No,
liar
I'm
for
sorry.
a second.
Okay, I'll do some research because he's from our town. That's all.
Blue
Blue
Peter.
Pete, I remember that.
I love that.
Georgie's got one of those badges.
Peter
Good old
Duncan.
George.
Who was that with him? Was that Noakes or was that the other one?
No, that's Simon
Oh.
Groom and Peter Duncan.
Oh, Peter Duncan, that's it.
It's got to be early 80s, ain't it, that one? Or mid 80s?
£1.94.
Normally says, yeah, published
Oh, cool,
by and
George.
what year it is in the side at the bottom.
See, look how long they've been going for, Pete. Look at this. The very first Beano annual came out in 1940.
That's mad.
George Aitken, oldest annual he's got is a 65 Doctor Who. They've been going for years.
Oh, I'll see some of this the other day on the. Where are we? On the.
Yeah,
Oh,
I watched that on YouTube.
yeah.
It's terrifying, isn't it? It's like you brain sod doing that. I'll tell you what, Mark, if you want that, it's sweaty, in it, Des, watching that on YouTube.
Oh, of course. That and Fred Dibner.
Fred Dibner.
Oh, yeah.
Fred
Fred,
Dibner,
yeah. Oh, a legend around these parts.
Absolutely.
Any DTM.
Yeah, some of these Steeplejack stuff is unreal, ain't it? Scuba Pete's blanking over at the moment, but we're gonna have to send him in.
No, I think these. I don't know whether these are Mrs.
Frozen.
Keys or her brothers.
Cool, yeah, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that one.
These will be sort of very much, I suppose, in the same vein as
Hanks, look, they were like Wizard and Chips, wasn't it, Cole? Yeah, Wizard and Chips, yeah.
Wizard and Chips.
I remember
yeah.
that cover.
I don't remember them at all, if I'm honest.
Oh, we love Wizard and Chips.
to be fair, Adam, these are early 80s.
Yeah, don't remember
You know.
these.
Topper.
Topper, yeah.
Topper.
And another one there, 1986.
Oh, what's she called? Beryl Summit. What was she called there?
Peril of Peril.
Beryl of Peril, was it?
Tricky Dicky.
Why, thank you, Des.
Carol.
Yeah, Beryl
Beryl
of
of
Peril. Brilliant, Mark. Brilliant, remembering that. Beryl of Peril, brilliant.
A couple of these. I don't think these are as old as I think so. I think some of these might be some of my girls.
Oh,
Really?
Wings just said he's got one of
Great
those.
cover.
Yeah.
Rupert.
Yeah, brooms. Claire's got a big collection of brooms and all, Willie. There's a load of them.
So whenever you see somebody with check trousers, we always say, "Look at him and his Rupert the Bear trousers."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I still
But
do
Shabby
that.
likes them trousers, Dave. Don't they?
Shabby wears them a lot.
So I
Got
think
me for the bare shorts.
some of Zoe or Ella's because they don't. So we got 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dandy 2009.
Brilliant.
Another Dandy 2006. I think this is one of mine.
Oh, QI.
QI. Yeah.
Oh, QI.
Cool. I didn't know he'd done an annual.
Let's just say it's a good toilet book. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like the Everton one.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like Adam's TJ Hooker one.
I know these are definitely the girls.
Yeah, oh, it does.
So Dave, the
Oh,
Everton one
Des,
had
yeah,
Terry
okay,
Payton.
I'll take that, Terry. Yeah, thank you.
He says that while he's upstairs quietly in his loft on his own.
Oh, nice.
Simpsons,
DTM, you love that. Simpsons.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my hands on some of them, but
Horrible science.
How many
Yeah, now
annuals
you're
has Des
talking.
got? That's-
I need to reinforce this loft up here. Horrible histories.
I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
these.
My
these-
sister used to get
no.
them.
A Postman Pat one.
Oh, Postman
Oh,
Pat.
I was just
wow.
gonna ask Dave if they made a Postman Pat annual. So you've answered that question.
So, and then these. I think you see some of these on Zoe's Tub Thumpers. Well, not
Oh,
necessarily
Brats.
the book, but the Brats.
Quality.
Whether this is going to mess with your mind because it's not. You can't really see it. I don't
Oh,
think.
it's
It's like a-
lenticular, is it?
yeah.
Yeah, I like them. The great covers, aren't they?
Here you go. Kieran says Frank Bellamy is the first artist for the original Dan Dare artwork in the original Eagle comic, and Eagle. So we did them both. It looks like.
You say I think it's from my town, and there's like a blue plaque somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you're on about this is this is last view. This is a
Very well.
Beezer.
Yeah.
Can't beat the
Oh,
artwork.
Beezer. No way.
My God, Des.
83.
How long were you on the toilet for, Des?
Right.
And there's some in other sort of places, but I think we're done.
That's cool.
Oh, for them. I mean, I forgot about Core. I forgot about Beezer. That's unbelievable. There you go. The 2000 AD run
Yeah.
of Dan Dare was awesome. The Eagle comic was brought back in the 80s with the Dan Dare comic strip, but the other stories were famously photo strips. There you go.
Okay.
The lovely
Yeah.
Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised in the world we live in today. The Beano and Dandy are still around. Yeah,
They are still going. Jace gets them.
But they're totally changed, though, aren't they? All the characters have changed
They're
from the
not.
Bash Street Kids.
The stories are not like they used to be. Whereas they used to be a little bit
No.
sort of thing. They're not now. They're obviously really dumbed down now.
Yeah, all the nicknames have gone from them and everything.
Yeah,
It's
they're not allowed to call them the nicknames they used to have. Yeah.
no.
Things you know, have someone coming around with hitting you with a slipper. You know, it's a bit. You know,
Catapult to the face. You know, that sort of stuff.
Oh, actually, share your life, Des. What else have you been hit with? Brick.
You're probably better off asking Mrs. T.
bricks. Yeah.
Oh, anyway, Si, let's have a look at your stuff, buddy.
I've like Des and Adam. I've got about 70 books here to show, so get yourself comfy.
I'll get a cup of tea.
No, the truth is, I was like, I've got my annuals are upstairs. They're where all my comic books are, and I've looked, and they're actually not. They're all still in the loft stuck. So I was like, oh no, I can't be arsed going up there. So I found one, but fortunately, the one I found is what I was going to talk about anyway. What I was really looking for, and for me, and I know a few like Jonathan Redmond, George Aiken. These were my favourite annuals as a kid.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is 81. And there's always one of these seems to be knocking about as it is anyway. But I used to love getting this annual more than any. 2000 AD for me is one that even though we said before, what did did anybody ask for an annual? I actually did when it came to these. Do you know what I mean? I absolutely loved it.
Because I don't know who's the baddie in green in the center. Who's that?
That's Tharg.
Yeah.
Tharg.
Proper baddie.
Looks intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Strontium dog, Judge Dredd. But again, as a kid, I mean, you know what I was always like. It was always art with me.
Yeah.
But Brian Bolland and a few of them, and the artwork in these books when I was a kid was just absolutely outstanding. And it's all ink work, and it just used to blow me away how they could do this in ink. Do you know what I mean? It just used to blow my mind. And it's like even when you see working within the stories, 2000 AD was always the best. Do you know what I mean? For the ink work, it was just crazy good.
So, Cy, when you were little, would you try to copy what you were seeing?
And do you know
like
what?
those
It's funny
panels?
now. Yeah, because now I'm at the age of like 48. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, shut up, Si. Shut up.
I see a lot of my work in work like this. I know that this was probably my greatest teacher as a kid because all my work is graphic illustrated. Mostly, looks like this. And I think this is
the artwork in 2000 AD and Eagle and all those sort of comics.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Do you know what I mean? That this was just pencil and ink and then printed. It blew my mind as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, going back as a kid, it was always the Judge Dredd and the 2000 AD annuals, always.
Awesome.
Can I ask a question about the ink? Because obviously this is from a completely uneducated point of view. Why is it harder to do them drawings in ink?
Well, it's not harder, Adam, but it was at the time. You got to remember that the time that they used to put these out and the hours it goes into pencil work alone. So that's why a lot of them now that do it, it's all digital. So normally, like colorists and inkers, they don't really have much of a job much anymore because the artist can do it all himself. Just press a button, it's all filled in. Get the shading, it's all done in like tech. But for ink artists back in the day, there was a job for inkers because the work was that thorough. And so sometimes you'd get some of the greatest artists in the world that were inkers. They'd take somebody else's work and just turn it into like amazing, like scenes from movies. And like what Mark said, the old Commando comics and the Dan Dare comics and 2000 AD, it was how they drew a war and how they drew space. And it just used to blow my mind, that this was just done in ink. So that's the reason why I just loved annuals, especially ones like that as a kid, just loved them. And like what you said, Adam, every annual you did get a comic book strip in. Didn't matter what the annual was, even if it was like the A-Team, there'd be a 3 or 4 page comic in it. You could get into the A-Team properly. And even Tron, they all did it. Do you know what I mean? So that played a big part in my childhood. It did.
Jonathan asks, where are the likes of the Beano and Dandy sold today? Now, this is interesting for me too, because I obviously been away from home. I'm not sure about this. Never seen any of the comics in the supermarkets over here anymore. Do they not? Is it just? I know they still do the annuals because I've just shown the 2024 Beano. Do they not do the comics anymore?
I'm sure that Beano moved it to online, didn't they? They just moved it to their website where you can still read the Beano comic.
Jace gets a Dandy comic, and he gets it from, I think, like Morrison Supermarket. They have all the comics. And I think that's where my parents get him one every week.
Oh. Does he keep them though, Terry?
Yeah, he's still got them all.
Good, good.
Can we grab one? And just next room, I grab you one. Trained. I'll go grab you one. Hang on, 10 seconds.
So yeah, they still got most of my 2000 ADs and Judge Dredd magazine, says George. Those Commando comics were insane. The level of detail in the artwork was just mental, and every panel was full to brim. I agree. I think that's what it was for us. And it's funny you should say that because I started to buy the 2015 Star Wars comics when they came out, but I lost the interest because he went to that digital kind of art and whatever, and it wasn't the same as when we were kids. It was the art that pulled out, wasn't it? So, I have some of those Commando comics, John. All right, hold on a sec. Did you want to show something quick, Terry?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Okay. That's the new ones. They all sort of like
cool.
So they are still coming.
So that's a comic, isn't it? It's not an annual, though.
Yes, that's the comics are still going. There is still plenty of them. They are still going every week. So plenty of stuff on.
Got you. Right, Scuba Pete, what have you got?
So my first introduction to annuals was courtesy of George Aiken, and he sent me some Action Force Battle Action annuals, also Carol has helped fuel that. But if we go to Easter this past trip, I think I came home, much to Leslie's chagrin, with 6 or 7 annuals from our whole trip. VTR Dave and Zero Hunter Toy Matt hooked me up with several, but a few of them that I snagged.
Danger Mouse.
Danger
Right,
Mouse,
Brody.
yeah,
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
What a legend.
Penfold, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
oh, so
cool.
good.
Baron Greenback, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Baron Greenback. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 83.
Was it better Greenback that used to talk like that? Danger Mouse.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
it.
Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Superman, 1980.
nice.
Why that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like kind of hoovering them up as I ran into them.
Didn't you grabbed a couple at Cursed Earths, didn't you? I'm pretty
I
sure.
did, yeah. Dave's like, you had these in the States, Pete, and I'm like, nope. And he was like, I have it. It's buried, but on proper display, so I'd have to knock everything over. But a Star Wars
Star
annual
Wars one, wasn't it? Yeah.
and Return of the Jedi. So I'm still looking for the Empire Strikes Back. That's the one I need.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
cover.
Nice.
Spidey.
That's a nice
Ah.
one.
Yep. And again, like we've been talking,
Yeah,
just
comics.
great.
Oh, but
comics
look at that
through
Steve Ditko cover, though, Pete.
Oh.
That Steve Ditko
Yeah.
cover there is. Oh, look.
Doesn't
at
it just
that.
grab you? Ah. But yeah, this would, we would see that artwork, but this would be on a coloring book. Mom and Dad at
Yeah.
the grocery would be like, "Okay, you've been good. You can have a coloring book." Or we were going on a trip and they want to keep us quiet in the car. It was that just all paper coloring book. And then my really weird one that I saved for last, I got this at the Totten Toy Fair with Dave.
Ah,
The same. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Awesome.
winner.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Oh,
it's
look at
a
that
whole,
lovely logo at the top.
Roger Moore.
right? Look
Oh,
at that.
look at that.
Roger Moore.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The same
it's
and his,
just-
and his Volvo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about weapons, there's a full Saint story in here.
That's how my wife sees me, with a halo above my head.
That's how my wife sees me, the rowing boat.
That's not a ring above your head, Shabby. That's a noose.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yep.
awesome.
What's so addictive about these? I mean, one, the artwork, and two, like we've discussed, the prices on these are still, like £3, £5.
Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah,
oh, I'm
not
having
expensive.
that.
And
Nice.
the best annual yet.
That's what I got.
That is
Absolutely
awesome.
brilliant. Absolutely.
I
brilliant.
couldn't believe it when I said to Scuba, you have these, don't you? And he said, no, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Gab says, Scuba,
What
I'm
do you like?
waving my Empire Strikes Back annual.
You're
at
killing
you.
me, Gab.
You can't talk. Spider is amazing. Here we go. I own that
Yeah.
Superman 1980 comic back in the day. First time I read it about Solomon Grundy. There you go.
Cool, Karen.
Big Strong's here. Hey, wait, is an annual actually a comic book with games and puzzles included inside? Who wants to take that?
Yes, they did. They used to have things like
Some of them did, yeah.
they used to have like mazes and all the crosswords and all that.
Word searches were classics,
Yeah.
weren't they?
Good old
See you
word.
fine.
An annual is filled with comic strips, puzzles, posters, and short stories. Yeah, you're exactly right. George says, you're giving me an idea for my next gift box. Some annuals. There you go.
There you go.
Gilster's here. Hiya, Gilster. Gab says, best annual was the Spice Girls annual.
Oh,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
giving you everything between the pages you bring.
Is there a popcorn bucket annual? No.
In short, no.
Right, so we're going to get to the other three, but somebody else sent us a video of their annuals, and this is the videos of the annual, of Scott Whitehouse.
Oh, that Star Trek is
yeah.
kick ass.
Amazing.
2000 AD's come up a lot, I think. 2000 AD, it really has come up. So unbelievable how many times, because I remember 2000. I wasn't as, like I said, I liked it, but it wasn't like our side. But it's funny how a few lads have said it in the chat, and a few lads have got it up here and so forth.
It's nice to know Scott Whitehouse's drawing was about as good as mine. Colouring.
That's what G4 said. Yeah, that Scooby one was.
And I think because did any of you? I put that in as a discussion piece, basically. Did any of you draw in your annuals and colour it in and stuff? You did, Dave, did you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, side note, I'm not a very good artist. Based on my Saint stickman that I sent him.
I was going to say, well, actually, you Saint you sent me was very good, Dave, on your post-it note. So it's still got it, still here.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I don't. It's funny. The word searches, the mazes, all that stuff. I just fill in.
Oh yeah, you do them all the time. Yeah.
But it's
there's always one annual that we do. After a while, you've had it for a few years. You do, don't you? When you're like 8, 9, you just draw in one of them, don't you? Colour the black and white comic.
You read it for about the 20th time. You think, oh, I still ain't done this puzzle. I'll do that now. And
yeah.
Remove that and then put that one up there. That one's better, Dave. Right, so Dave.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the internet.
You just see if it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yep,
can see you.
Can hear
you.
Bit patchy.
Oh, yeah, right. So I'll start off with Torchwood.
Torchwood.
Oh, that's the top 2 for
Oh, that was the Doctor Who spin-off one. It Torchwood. Is that
Doctor
right?
Who follow-up, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
This is one of those yearbooks that you mentioned earlier. That they had in the States, a yearbook.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one signed from some.
Get out of town.
Some dude from Torchwood. I don't think he was the guy that flashed himself on TV.
Neat.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, lads. I'll come out and come back in because I'm struggling with internet here.
What I'll do, Dave, is I'll move you off for a sec, and then you sort that out, and then come straight back in. Okay, pal. Right. So let's just get rid of that. So let's do TJC. Let's have a look at yours, Terry.
Oh, he's got a massive pile there.
Yeah, look at that.
That's one of 2.
Jace.
Oh man.
That's one of 2. There's quite a few.
I'm going to be here till bloody 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right. So some of these were sort of like handed down sort of thing from like cousins and stuff like that. When you were kids, they say, "Oh, I've read them, you read them." This is probably one of the classic. You'll probably remember these.
Hi, Cat. Oh,
Yeah,
these Scooby Doo ones are killing me. Like, wow, Scoob.
Yeah, so obviously
I did Dancing in Muttley. I used to love that.
That's in the Scooby Doo.
Muttley.
That's all Hanna-Barbera stuff, isn't it? So,
yeah.
So you got that. This one is a bit of an oddball.
No.
Playland.
Ooh, Playland. What's that?
I remember Play School, but not Playland.
Oh, that's what Shabby used to call himself when he would be on the prom.
This is small little comic strips, but most of it is puzzles, I think.
No.
So you got like different puzzles and things to make and what have you.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that's more based on, that one.
You want to take a ride on Space Mountain?
Obviously, we've already seen the action course.
Yeah.
Still great.
Just for side, I dug these out. These obviously in annuals, but they are hardback books.
Oh yeah, I love them books. Brilliant. Viz top tips. He used to laugh me off at the top tips in Viz.
Was it tongue in cheek?
It used to be like the naughty book when we were kids, or something like that.
Yeah,
it was that sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, Newcastle lads, wasn't it? They'd make the Viz and it was dead naughty. If you got caught with it as a kid, you got battered.
Was it like Mad Magazine kind of, or like?
No.
Yeah.
It was.
So it's obviously Battlestar Galactica. You got some comic book and some stories.
Battlestar's wicked.
Yeah,
some comic book and stuff like that.
I've just rewatched it all in the last couple of months. Great stuff.
Brilliant.
I've
What's your address again, Terry? what's your address again? I just want to pop by briefly.
I've got to apologise to Jono.
No,
Cool.
that's the best one. That's the best one so far, Terry. Love
Yes,
it.
because it's got a nice shot from the movie.
Oh, that's
in there.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I love them.
Phone home.
And that's
Phone
basically just a
home.
storybook of the film with all the pictures in.
Yeah.
Similar to
Well, I
Adam's
bet
Back
you a
to the
tenner, you
Future.
know. I bet you a tenner at Christmas somebody bought that for Jono when he was a kid at Christmas. I bet you a tenner they did, and he still got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hulk Annual.
Brilliant.
Yeah. This was a bit of an oddball. Just obviously one that was given to me. How the West was one.
Oh, that is a bit random.
Nice.
Chuck
Yeah,
Norris.
open that up.
Let's see.
Excellent.
So it's got a bit of both in there. Obviously, some photograph stories, obviously with little pictures and that, but mostly comic book strip stuff. That's obviously that's the family in the How the West was won.
Yeah,
It's like a shabby kid in North Carolina. Look.
Still North Carolina.
Shabby kids. On the
And to
porch.
keep on with one of the earlier themes, we got Doctor Who.
Ooh, lovely.
Nice.
No.
Ooh.
That's one
the
that
lamp.
fell over. Sorry, we've got plenty here. This is an oddball one, which I don't know if you'd know about in the
What's
States.
going on?
Max
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
MTV, ain't it? Is that
So
MTV?
obviously,
Channel 4 when we
Obviously-
were kids, wasn't it, Max?
This,
Edgery?
this,
Yeah,
this is
man.
the library one, so the take's still in there.
Mhm.
It's £3.50, that was.
Unclipped, nice.
And that's got like puzzles and what have you in there as well.
Do you know
I
what,
love
Adam?
Max
It's interesting you
Headroom.
just
I
said
love
that then, because do you think Max Headroom on Channel 4 was a way of like us fighting off the cable services at that time? It's just interesting because normally Max Headroom would have been on something like early MTV, wouldn't he, and stuff?
Yeah.
But it was Channel 4 for us,
I
wasn't
just
it?
thought he was. Oh, that is
I know.
awesome, Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a jigsaw with that same picture on as well. That's sort of the same.
the Hoth.
Knight Rider was one of my first loves. Love that.
This is you might remember this Silent Shabby, obviously from when we were kids.
Play away.
Play away.
Wow.
No.
Amazing. Amazing.
So
Gee, I don't remember it.
Hey, Nate. Hi, Retro Tinker.
battered because it got read a lot because the stories in it are great because it's got so many different characters in it. But like the same theme, Hanna-Barbera, TV favourites bumper yearbook.
I don't know that.
Cool.
We've got all of them in.
Oh, it's got Flintstones. It's got all loads of them.
I like
Yeah,
Yeah,
Top Cat,
Yeah.
Top Cat, all of
Hong
them.
Kong Fooey. Yeah.
Yogi Bear.
Oh,
Number
Hong
one
Kong Fury,
super
I
guy.
love that.
So you got all sorts of stuff in there like Flintstones. Look.
Cool.
So yeah, that's that one.
It's the number one guy.
This one is a bit of a sporting one. I don't know if you probably know who he is, but
Henry Cooper.
Splashing all over.
Sports spectacular.
I still think I showed the best sports annual tonight, though. I've just got to.
That
when
yours
there
was a
weren't
sports annual.
anyone else released that year, or
Everton, the tissue edition.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
it's a sports annual.
right. So there's a poster in here, I think. They haven't used it.
Do you remember as a
Like
kid,
Henry
you used to think
Cooper
like
and
Henry
then there's like
Cooper and like Frank
Barry
Bruno
McGuigan.
was solid.
Remember him? Remember Barry McGuigan as well? And there's
Yeah,
also-
Barry McGuigan.
Yeah.
He was tough as well, wasn't he, little Barry? He was
Nigel
tough.
Benn, all that. A lot.
Yeah, Nigel Benn, Dart Destroyer. He was
We
mint,
got all
wasn't
stuff about different sporting things that happened that year. Obviously, like cricket, boxing, all sorts.
Hey, Andy. Andy said he never had an annual, but owned some Far Side and Calvin and Hobbes book, right?
he? Oh, I own the complete
Oh,
collection of Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, yeah.
Love Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah. So I would say Inspector Gadget.
Loves Inspector Gadget.
Penny and Brains.
Penny.
Any, yeah.
One for you, Dave. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do, do, do,
yes.
do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So they had So you got obviously comic
That's
book,
cool, though.
Karate Kick, kids and that sort of thing.
What else? Does it have Elizabeth Shue in it? Anywhere?
No.
That's more time.
Another one for you, Si. There you go.
Yeah, man.
That's more of the naughty ones.
Another one for Scuba. Here we go. You know this one.
Oh yeah, great show that one.
He said, "Anal."
This one's obviously been shown. Jedi.
Yeah, Scott showed that one. Yeah.
That Hoover sucks.
Oh yeah, man.
Wicked.
Terrorhawks. Oh, nice.
We were just talking about Terrorhawks.
Oh, let's look at some pictures in there, Tez, of that Terrorhawks one.
Terrorhawks one.
Yeah.
So we all won't sleep tonight. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Look at these.
I'd forgotten all about Terrorhawks until Luke Reynolds done his little video a couple of months ago. I've forgotten all about it.
I had the
That was
football.
just a
Do you know the
hardback book I
football?
got.
Marco.
Mickey
So that's
Mouse.
obviously Disney. And what's the other one I had? There it is. Oh. All right, get my pile over here. This is quite an old one, 1972.
No Magic Roundabout.
Me.
Amazing.
So they have been well read sort of thing. They are battered, but I see the artwork in this is
The Magic Roundabout, also known as Shabby's dating life.
ouch is all I could say to that. Hang on a sec. I don't know if you remember these, Shabby or Si, but they were called the birthday book. They had all sorts of stories in.
Oh,
nice. You got all of them in there, like Tiger, Whizzer and Chips, Core down here.
That lad on
That cover's brilliant.
That was the year I was born.
So
So what's that? Flip it open. What's like that one? That's a thick one, right?
Yeah, it's quite a heavy one there. So you got comic strips
Wow.
from all the
Look at that
different-
comment there. Shabby showed us a Mickey Mouse comic earlier. I tell you what, there's some comedian.
This is when you're allowed to say you're allowed to call them this back in the day. You can't call a book this anymore. That's called book for Hotspur, book for boys. You're not allowed to say that sort of thing now.
Book for boys. All about being
What,
it
book for
scouts
boys
and
or
stuff.
Hotspur, you're not allowed to say anymore. Which one is it?
But book for boys, you can't say it's for boys only nowadays, can you?
Billy the Kid.
Sorry if this has been asked, but what is the difference between a comic and an annual? Who would like to take that for our Andy?
Well, a comic book is a continuating story, isn't it? Where an annual is just what you get, one-offs, separate stories. You could have a Batman annual not connected to absolutely nothing, where comic books normally are. But I suppose, like I said before, when it comes to the bumper editions of America and it comes to the annuals for us, there's not that much difference, is there? Because you do get comic books, don't you, with puzzles in and crosswords in and cut
I
out
would say
masks.
normally they are hardback. I would probably say. I don't know. I know you can get comic books, but I would say annuals are always hardback. I would say.
But it was always different
Yeah, I
too.
agree with
'Cause
that,
you
yeah.
you got a TJ Hooker annual, but you didn't get a TJ Hooker comic, did you? So there's annuals for everything, wasn't it? Really? So
It's an interesting cover, ain't it, Terry?
The Victor, yes, so you got that.
Oh,
If you
wow.
look at the artwork and look at the artwork in this side.
Yeah, it's beautiful, though, aren't they? Yeah, we're all inked. I love it.
And that was these were quite gruesome as well. They weren't sort of like, when that was war. That was actually you actually saw everything.
Yeah.
It was quite gruesome.
Like
Yeah.
battle action. You know,
Yeah.
real.
Valiant.
Valiant, yeah.
Too early.
They always had great war stories in Valiant, didn't they?
So what you say? What we got in here? You got comic strips in that one, Valiant.
Mint.
I'd
yes,
say they
Geek
were.
Strong.
Yeah, I would say they were all hard covers.
Lion.
I don't. That's blank. That's a blank from me.
That's awesome. That is
Who's in that, Terry?
There's all sorts.
Is that Everton on the cover?
Leaking another
Saw
goal.
Depends what the score is.
Wait a minute, on that page, Terry, that looked like Daniel Day-Lewis from that Gangs of New York.
Last of the Harkers.
Yeah, the top one.
Gangs of New York. Guy with a tash. Massively.
One of Sin Visa.
Visa.
I know. See, now I'm glad we did this because I completely forgot about Beezer. Like I said,
I don't know if you remember this.
Was
one,
that
Shabby. This one a
Beezer
little bit more.
a weekly comic as well?
I think it was Beezer. Yeah.
I don't remember Beezer personally.
Oh, that's
Great
cool.
cover,
The
that
German
though.
tank.
Under annual.
Under.
I sure do, Keith. Sure do.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And there you go. The
Yeah. I did. Geek Strong.
Yeah. TJC's just shown the ET annual.
that's a storybook more than an annual, really.
No, they've definitely done an annual, I would have thought.
Yeah, they did.
Another English comic, Tiger.
My brother used to get Tiger. Billy's Boots.
Billy's Boots, yeah.
Very good.
Blowing my mind, these ones, because I don't remember these ones at all. They're like totally not registering for me. Oh,
brilliant.
That's nice.
That's cool.
What's that? 75?
75, yeah.
That's the year Shabby was born. I was 10 years later.
That's
So
awesome.
Cool.
Another 1975.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Eddie's got some right annuals.
He has, hasn't he?
This is the worst bit about this is all from my childhood. I haven't actually bought these.
Wow.
The Wombles.
Right.
Oh, there they are.
Wombles
Yeah.
are Wimbledon common.
And then, even though we can't remember what his job was the other night,
Yeah, good.
Gosh.
He doesn't look like a photographer there.
and then obviously that's all your stories of it.
Exactly right, Kev. Exactly right. Yeah.
And this is
Yeah, they are.
before Action Force was anywhere near it.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was just battle.
Them ones.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
good.
I saw an original Action Man one at Sandown the other day. Actually, it was annual.
Mint.
Love it.
TJC's is like a history of him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh,
And this is where we talk about how they're all hardback, but this one isn't. And that's a 1978 Lion annual. But it's not.
but it's paper.
I don't even remember
Oh,
Lion.
yeah.
So you got like the artwork's amazing in them though. They're just like.
Does anybody else? I don't remember Lion. So is that
No,
is
I
that
don't remember
registering with anybody or not?
Yeah.
The more I'm looking at it,
You're a bit young for Lion. And a lot of these were actually amalgamated into other comics by the time you were sort of born. So when you'd have seen them, they'd have probably been part of it. A lot of the stories would have been part of just one comic.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense.
You got later Victor one, 1978.
No,
I don't remember them ones, but they're cool. I like this, like the idea of them. They sound pretty.
And they
cool.
got like some have got a bit of added colour to them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
God, yeah, remember when they do that? They put like green paneling and that was just the one colour in it.
That's
Brilliant.
Loving the fuchsia background. That's top, ain't it?
It's like your outfit at the weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was inspired. I've got to say, I still can't get over the first thing VTR Dave says to me. He's not high. I haven't got to walk around with you like that, have I? Pretty much the first thing he said to me.
Brilliant.
No, I don't. No, I don't, Connor. No.
On the bus.
If you want to get me one for Christmas, you can do. I won't, but
On the buses.
Brilliant.
Wizard.
That's 79. Womble 79.
Oh, Wombles, man. That's mental.
I used to love Billy Whiz and Whizzer and Chips.
Billy Whiz.
It's like the Flash, but little kid.
Another one for you, Shabby.
Buster. Wow, Terry. Wow.
Like I said, my mum encouraged me to read, but either that or she wanted me to be quiet. I don't know which one it was. Then obviously the one that like Des put up earlier, the Dandy, 1980.
Does Jay Sever, does he read any of these, Terry, or not?
To be honest, he's not interested unless it's Roblox at the moment. So
right, okay.
Battle 1982.
Oh,
That is
cool.
Wow.
So that's again before Action Force was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got like Charlie's War, which if you read that, that's not a nice story.
No, Charlie's
I
War
can
is
imagine it will be.
gruesome.
So
Kev said TJC could build a decent extension with this lot.
He could definitely keep a fire going for a few weeks, couldn't he?
this one is a bit of an obscure one. I think that was just because that was quite the in thing at the time, and then my mum obviously just picked loads of annuals up, like you say, because they were on offer for like free for this or whatever. So this was quite when CB radio was a big thing.
Oh, no,
1983.
10-4
nice.
action. Come back.
So you've
Cool.
got like various different stories in it.
My parents wouldn't let me have a CB radio because they were worried I was going to talk to strangers. It's a true story.
This one's more up your street, Shabby, I reckon.
You should have worn that purple outfit then when you were a kid, because that would have definitely kept strangers away, Adam. Do you know what I mean?
Scorcher.
Scorcher.
Scorcher. He scored a scorcher.
No, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the Scottish footballer comic strip?
Hot shot Hamish.
Hot Shot Hamish.
Scott Hamish.
That's quite a name.
Do you
I
remember?
used to love Hot Shot Hamish.
I shot Hamish.
Yeah.
Signed for Everton, 82.
And then one that most people remember. It's just really hard to get.
When I was 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Starfleet.
Nice.
This is 1984. What was that then? Educate me. I don't remember Starfleet.
That was sort of puppet. Hey, I've got pictures of it in here.
Is that more Jerry Anderson?
It
Sort
weren't
of,
Jerry
but,
Anderson, it was Japanese on it.
It
Oh,
was
was it?
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. See if we got a picture of it in here. There's obviously the big robot off the front, the Diex.
Oh, cool.
I was obsessed with that show when I was a kid.
You
Obsessed.
couldn't get the toys for it anywhere though.
No, you can get a few, but they're very expensive.
Yeah, I need to look into that. I've never
One of those
heard
things where if we all go to Japan, we can hunt them.
Yeah.
Here they are.
Can I just go back to a question there, George
Yeah.
Akins?
What's that?
George Akins just put, still love my 2000, but the merged stories with Blackhawk came from Tornado and Scotland Job. But the other night we saw, what was it that you saw it, Mark? It was a Blackhawk, and we were all confused because it said DC Comics on it, but it was G.I. Joe. But it's just said there that Blackhawk, I wonder if that's the same Blackhawk. Because, again, I do not remember Blackhawk in 2000 AD early comics, but then there were certain later ones that I actually do.
Could
So
be.
I wonder if this character just jumped around different franchises. I wonder if that was the case. If
tell you what I'll
it's the
do.
same one.
After this, I'll send George the picture of what we found, and then George will be able
That's
to tell us.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a beat.
That's the first Battle Action Force annual I think they did.
Mm-hmm.
Cool cover as well.
Starfleet was a puppet show inspired by Jerry Anderson, was it? I didn't know that.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Right.
It's good. It's worth watching. Good
that's really
show.
good. Yeah, I got it on DVD.
I'm inspired. I'm going to look it up after, definitely.
I got
Yeah,
the box
it's
set of the series on DVD. That's really quick. That's
Yeah, Win
at the
says
time
it's
though,
on
when I watched it, that was really quite brutal. That weren't really what you call a kids thing.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
weren't
that's
actually
episodes.
didn't dumb anything down for you. That was really quite sort of brutal and sort of like everyone was getting
Awesome.
really badly
I'll
hurt.
check that out, Win. Thank you.
Yeah, we will win. Thanks for that.
One for you, Si, 1988.
Great cover.
I'm nearly done, honest.
It's all right. It's only
Sorry,
Friday.
sorry.
Plenty of time.
Look in, William Ross.
Oh, Alf.
Oh, yeah, look at them, yeah.
Annika Royce, you remember her?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
My dad does. My dad had
She had the best mum on TV, didn't she?
Yeah,
Right.
Scotland
Oh.
Club,
Yeah.
Blue.
And obviously Adam's already shown that one, Thundercats.
Yeah, such a
Yeah,
great.
man.
And the mask.
Yeah. I haven't got that one.
Wait,
That's
back
the one
up,
I need.
back up. Don't be in such a hurry.
Yeah, that one's
Oh, the
cool. I need
volcano.
that cover. That's good.
Oh, Yeah,
Good
I don't
cover.
have that one either.
You got that one, Adam, didn't you?
Yeah, I got that one. That's classic.
I need that one.
Yeah. Oh, Brave
Oh,
Star.
there you go,
Oh,
Shabby.
now we're talking. Look at that.
What
One of
was
my
what's
favourites,
the
man.
little
That
bad
was
guy
cool.
at the bottom? What's his name?
Shabby.
Oh, what was
Is
it
it
called?
Fuzz?
Chief
De-
something, wasn't he?
Deputy
Fuzz and
Fuzz.
Fuzz.
Yeah, Deputy Fuzz. Thank you.
Deputy Fuzz.
Look at
And the baddie was called
2020,
Scuzz, wasn't
ain't it?
Look at that picture, 30-30 there.
30, that's it, not 2020, 30, yeah. God.
And then the offshoot of Transformers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I've never seen a Battle Beast annual. That's wicked.
I saw some
Year on
Battle
it?
Beast,
88?
Dave, in your Sandown
88.
video. In your Sandown videos, you
Yeah,
filmed a
yeah.
little chap had a string of Battle Beasts on them. I was like, no way.
They're proper going up in price as well, but
Yeah.
I've never seen an annual. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Kev
Very
asks,
cool.
has anyone got any Stingray or Captain Scarlet annuals? I know they definitely made
I wish
them,
I did have.
Yeah.
Whizzer and Chips, 1990.
You know what? I didn't think Black with Famous Good Fight Palace. That was the one, wasn't it? The Fighter Palette one that we.
It was that one. It was that one.
The
Yeah.
DC comic ones.
91.
Whizzer and Chips makes me think of somebody who drinks a lot of beer after going to a chippy.
And this is the one I've got every annual they did, because obviously that was my main sort of like toy focus, which is the first
That
Transformers
is
annual.
a cover and a half. That one. I saw that at Sandown, but it had writing in it. Otherwise, I would have brought it. so
obviously you got all your G1.
Yeah, such a cool
Wicked.
one.
Oh, greatest image of Megatron ever. That.
Yeah, I was like
Beautiful.
side that Megatron.
But even that cover, Terry, you put that cover up again. I
Yeah.
just think that just of Optimus.
Oh, that's kick ass.
Yeah.
Is it Jazz as well? Yeah.
Jazz and Sunstreaker behind him, yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Adam, what were they selling that one for?
I think that one was up for £6, but it had writing in it, and
Right on.
I just like I said, I'm really funny about it. It had like someone's name in it. Like,
So that
and I
was because obviously the comic started 84, and I think that's 85. I think that was January 85 or something like that. So then this was the following year.
Yeah, wicked. No, their covers are awesome.
So that was the following year. Then
Adam, do you think that your aversion to having other people's names in the book is like left over from all those library books you stole? You know, like who had last had it, and you were like, "Ha, I'm the last."
It's too close to home, ain't it? It's like, yeah, I don't want to know about my victims.
that's, so that's the 84, 86, I think, 86.
That is slick.
Yeah,
So that's that. And then you got the next one, which is when you had what they called the new leaders or whatever. So you had Alton Magnus and Galvatron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, great cover.
So you got that one. And then
Wicked.
when the headmasters came into the comic, you then got Scorponok.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Nice.
So then you got like
I just learned that Scorponok was a headmaster.
that's all your tech specs and stuff in there of them as well as you go. So I got all that sort of stuff.
I've got a headmaster G1 from a kid. Can't remember which one it is. It's up in my cabinet somewhere. It's one
And
of the
then
only two ones I've got.
later on in the comics, they started doing a thing with time travel with Galvatron and stuff. And then that was obviously Megatron Prime.
Ooh, yeah.
That was when Prime had already been upgraded to his Power Master Prime. So
You know what? I love the color pop, like the brightness of them.
Mhm.
Like I don't know why, it really
Totally.
says something to me. Like, I think it's cool.
One for you, side. The inside cover.
Unclips as well.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So you want to
okay,
see in it?
Like you're blowing our minds with these, Terry. And this question is
Yeah.
kind of for everybody. Do you display these at all to where you can enjoy them?
Unfortunately, I used to, but then Jace was born and then took over the house. I just got a couple more, Shabby. Couple more. honestly.
My answer
then,
would dead
like-
think no, because I looked in my comic book collection tonight and I thought, oh, they'll all be behind the curtain and stuff. Because I've got big shelves of comics and none of them were there. I think we just put them away. I think they're the ones that, like you said, at the
So you
bottom
got
of your
that
tub
one.
and stuff. You just hide them, don't you?
Because they're not a reference book.
That's the art in there.
G-Force.
I asked because I recently got some very thin clear acrylic shelves, for comic book storage. But I'm like, this is great.
Retro.
You can rotate your annuals.
So this is the one they did with the complete works, which is all the first comics. So that's the cover from issue 1 of the first UK comic.
That is incredible.
It's an
I
interesting
know what
one.
you're saying, Scuba, because sorry, Adam.
That's right. You go.
I was saying then, I know what you're saying, Pete, because some of these covers are so beautiful, you'd want them on display behind your Transformers.
Like Andy does his albums. He's got a wall. And I know wall space is a premium for us, but
if I had the space, I definitely would. Mine are just in a pile near my desk, actually, but they are easy reachable, so I can show them to people. But that's about it.
As you mentioned them, Shabby, I got some extra little books here for you.
Get out of town.
So you got Pocket Western,
Right.
and then you got Commando.
Yes, I've got. Yeah, Commando's cool.
And then you got Battle Picture Library.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'd say what they might be little books, but they're the greatest artwork in any comic book you'll ever see in your life.
Honor the Brave. So you got some of the artwork in here, like Si says, that's all ink and stuff, and that is just amazing.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, Gary Atkinson sent me a whole
These
bunch
two
of
little.
those.
Do you remember the Ladybird books, Shabby?
Yeah, I've got a few of them. They're cool.
I've got a few of them, but I just found that one as well. Look.
Yeah, nice.
And then one sort of thing of another David Jason one.
Dracula.
No, Sax, please, we're Egyptian. What a kids book.
Yeah.
Oh, the British in the 80s, eh?
Terry, that's incredible.
It's now 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I just don't get rid of anything. That's everything. So I've had them since I was a kid. So.
You know what we said before? I'm sure, correct me if I'm right here, but I'm sure Luke Reynolds has his annuals on display, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's displayed stuff, I'm sure he puts his annuals behind. I think Luke does, doesn't he?
Yeah, now it's kind of got me looking for any little space where I can.
Yeah, I use the annuals for display purposes. Annuals, trading cards, anything like that. I just mix them.
Trading cards I have on display. I've actually got a cookbook stand for my trading card folder.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Good idea. So I have cookbook stands, and then I had the trading card folder open, and I just change the page every now and again.
That's a great idea.
I'll send you a picture, Scuba, so you know what I mean. So.
G-Force just sent me a quick video. Can you see that, gents? Can you?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is what G-Force had as a kid. Let's have a look at this.
This is the closest I can contribute to the chat today. As far as maybe annuals, most of them are hardcovers. Some sports stuff. I have a ton of sport programs from NASCAR races and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. So this
Calvin and Hobbes.
Nice.
So there you go. So yeah, so he looks
NASCAR are awesome.
So it's funny that, isn't it? That you know what I mean? No annuals. I would have thought annuals were everywhere because I was talking to PGM and New Zealand was the same way. He said no, we didn't have any annuals in New Zealand either. But
well,
anyway.
No one can say I haven't got any, can they? Let's be honest.
I think you've got enough for all of UK.
Our DTM. Let's see what you've got.
I'll try again then.
Look at his
I've
stuff.
had to resort to the phone, so hopefully
You're coming in crystal clear, dude.
Yeah,
right, well,
yeah,
I won't bother with the tortured one because that kind of jinxed it. So I'll just start with the.
Oh, look at that!
Bill Bixby. I don't know what year it is. 1980. It's all
That's
just
cool.
drawings inside. Yeah, that's Hulk. Got another Doctor Who one from 2011 though. It's
I like that.
Oh, great cover though.
Yeah,
Oil
The
cover.
oil. Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
more toilet material on back. Amy Pond. We've got Mark and Mindy.
Oh,
yeah.
Mindy.
This is
Yeah, I love
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Brilliant show.
I think it's called little bits and pieces about the show inside. Oh God, it smells like somebody's backside. I've got a Beano annual from 2005.
Awesome.
I can't show you now because I'm doing it on my phone, but Helen sent me a picture of some Beano stuff. I'll get it to send it to you. Toy Story. I got this from Darren's for £1. Good old Darren. It's all Buzz and his buddies on back. We've seen this one already. Got V.
That is the V's cool.
Nice, I like that.
You know, that is awesome.
Again, Dave, if I could just get your address for just, you know.
I packed a Star Wars one in here, but I've got a few more Star Wars ones, but we're not going to want to see Star Wars all the time. So I just picked Attack of the Clones.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, right.
I like this page at back, you know, like Adam was saying, when it all joins together.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
And you've got another one here with the good guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. This is a bit random. Got Elvis special.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
super cool.
That's after a few burgers have been consumed.
Yeah.
Fine specimen of manual.
I'll tell you what, I'm making notes for my new outfit.
that was
jumpsuit it up.
Elvis special 1980. I've got a couple more. I've got
Thank you, Dave.
1983 special.
Love it.
Super
It
cool.
looks like he's on the toilet there. I don't know.
Oh, Kevin Specs. Oh, brilliant.
We've got a
sideburns.
1982
Oh,
Elvis special. Yeah.
I love you.
See, this is an example, right, of your gran buying you annual.
What she want, yeah.
For herself. Yeah.
Somewhere in this, there was an awesome photo of him in a jiu-jitsu outfit. But yeah. And then finally, I picked this up at a cardboard set.
Nice.
Oh, that's the stuff.
It's from 1960.
Wow.
I mean, it's falling to bits, but it's all like, you know, drawings are all there.
Was that? It looked like a make it your own craft page, like show you how to build something.
Hopefully they'll show. Oh yeah, it's full of little bits like that. Yeah, you can tell I've read this, can't you? Yeah. Make your own eagle coder. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make an eagle coder. And Helen is saying she sent a message with a picture on. So
Helen's giving you.
Yeah, she's like that. But yeah, I mean that's just a small selection of what I've got.
Kept it cool. That's awesome, dude.
Bit of a mixture of different stuff.
That Hulk one. Oh.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Picked it up for £1.
Yeah.
And pick up the phone. I tell you what, the quality's awesome. So on the phone. So
it's amazing how many times that V's popped up. Isn't it? That V comic was and it was a popular one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of V stuff, was there, side? I don't remember
the show was really popular though, wasn't it? The show was really popular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's all we talked about on the playground.
No way! Look at this. What Helen's just sent me. This is cool. This is super cool. Are you ready for this?
T-Paper's dead.
Ooh.
So is that on a wall? Is actually on a wall?
Wow.
Yeah, that's in Helen's house. Well, Helen's parents' house. Yeah.
Nice.
So what? So you had some? Is that like wallpaper? Somebody painted that on?
No, that's the dad. The dad's painted that based on the
That's
cover.
incredible.
The whole wall is full of it from one side to the other.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
She wanted to make sure that you'd seen that. She has to come and steal
I love it.
Thunder, doesn't she?
And there it is after the 1987 book right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to film all the dad's house now. You're gonna have to film it
It's
all.
massive, this thing, so
Yeah.
it's floor to ceiling everywhere.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
You know. Yeah.
Amazing.
That is absolutely incredible. Wow, what a great picture. See, look at Helen behind the scenes. Oh, you lot think you've got books, do you? You haven't got a wall.
Oh yeah.
I've got a wall. Oh, absolutely brilliant.
That is awesome.
Right,
Great,
our
yeah.
Dave. Let's see what Mr. VTR's got.
Hello. Am I last?
Yeah, save the best till last, buddy.
Well, I mean, I've got to show annuals haven't already been shown. That's the problem.
I'm
right.
sure you can do that, Dave. You've probably got a load of good ones.
No, I'm sure there's a few I can show. I am amazed that no one has shown yet the A team.
I was like, yes, it has to be an A team.
Yeah, an A team.
That has to be an A team. Look at that.
That Corvette.
Oh,
yeah. Actually, what is in here? Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, a cartoon and everything for the A team. That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
On a side note, Dave, did you purchase the ramen van that's for sale?
Oh, the bread
No,
van.
no, I didn't.
For 6-inch figures?
Looks good.
No, I didn't. You can't have the A team without obviously the Mr. T annual.
I used to remember having that one when I was younger.
Great cartoon.
Yeah. Let's have a look. See what we got in here. I'll tell you what's funny. Even though these all came out in the 80s, isn't it amazing when you look back how many of them are just black and white? They'd have a couple of color pages at the front.
Yeah, the hook. Yeah,
awesome. And then the rest of it's black and white.
Would that have been something to do with saving money, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He must have been saving ink. Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah.
No, I think we saw that Knight Rider, right?
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah. Did we see that Knight Rider?
I ain't got that one.
Kit on there.
By the way, Kit looks on that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Adam, here's an outfit for you.
I'll tell you what, I'm all over it. I'd look like an Uber driver.
Shabby keep it quiet because he had that tracksuit.
Hey, Si, how long have you been an Uber driver?
Adam, cool down now, Adam.
He's still got a jumper on in that swimming pool, ain't he?
Now, Si, you said that the Saint was the best annual you've seen this evening.
Yes.
No, I disagree. This is the best annual of the night.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's a very close first.
Why is there a horse?
That is with the horse. Why not?
I was going to say, well, we are Swedish, but I remembered you're married to, so I won't say that. Do you know?
We better be careful from now on.
Is that Camilla's from childhood?
So, I mean, look. So people are asking what look, you get all these like puzzles and stuff. That's kind of what you got in.
That's all the play dates just for 1 month.
Can you imagine the combo? We're going to go with the horse photo.
Oh, that's brilliant! Why have a horse in the middle? Brilliant! That awesome thing, stick it in the middle. Oh, brilliant.
Let's see. Another horse.
Nice. Oh yeah, good.
That's really
cool. I love the artwork in this one.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see if
That's
there's
got quite a few color pages.
Yeah, this is all color actually. It's all color with story and everything. That's pretty awesome, that one.
Right,
and then a Spider-Man one.
Oh, yes, great cover.
Yeah, like that. Let's see, where are we over here? I think we've had a Karate Kid, but I don't think we've had that one.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a different one.
Mr. Miyagi.
Danielson.
Classic from the film. Look at that.
Yeah.
Really.
The best.
I love the double page spreads.
Yeah, £3.75. That one.
That was obviously Karate Kid 2, I reckon, wasn't it?
The Heather Locklear double page.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Oh yeah, look at this picture of Mr. Miyagi.
That one is in The Simpsons.
I'm no expert. I think he might have a liver problem.
It's Mr. Miyagi on The Simpsons.
That was Homer's first boss. Before Mr. Burns.
Now, this one is actually a storybook, so I don't know if this was UK or US. I think it's UK, but it is Tron.
Yeah, I own that book. Mint in it.
Yeah, this is mint. This is. Yeah, I mean, it is more like because there's not a cartoon. It is more like a storybook of the film.
Yeah, it's like the Back to the Future one. It's very simple.
But that is awesome.
Yeah.
Shabby, you're gonna love this one. And I didn't even know they had an annual.
It's not an Everton annual again, is it?
Jim.
No.
Oh no.
Whoa! No, that
Galaxy
is
Rangers.
fantastic annual of the night. Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. Oh, what
I had
the
no
fuck?
idea. Look at this artwork in there. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is that. Yeah. Now you've hit shabby spot there. That is
Look at that.
brilliant.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
that. So cool. That is super cool.
Yeah, it's brilliant artwork in here. And it's
So are these ones you've had since you were a kid, David, or these ones you found?
No. A lot of these I've picked up on along the way. Some of them are from childhood, but most of them are picked up at. I used to do a lot of car boots a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, but so I picked them up from car boots.
It's slim pickings at car boots. I do a lot of car boots.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
These days.
This was shown right at the beginning, but I love this, so I've got to show it again. That's the Rambo.
Rambo, yeah.
And this is amazing inside because, I mean, look at this artwork. Look at this artwork.
Hell yeah.
But look at these characters. This is all based on the cartoon.
Yep.
They look like G.I. Joe characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these characters here are the figures that you get from Coleco.
Yeah.
Yep. Troutman and all
That
of those.
picture's great, isn't it? We're behind you.
I give you a character profile of all of those characters from the cartoon.
Cool.
And then if we go to the strip, there's you do, yeah, even though it's for kids, you do get the odd,
Here's the adult movie.
Yeah, here's the adult movie that it all comes from.
Hey Dave, you know those small shelves in the guest room?
Yeah,
where we stay, like some of those on there would just be great.
Yeah,
we'll see how long it takes Camilla to figure out they're there. But maybe if we put an Ava one, she'll be like, "All right, I'll allow it."
But this I love because look at this. You've got the
sweet.
That's the Defender from the toy line, the 6-wheeled Defender. That is the Strike headquarters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, it all ties in. This is an awesome annual. This one.
Brilliant.
Right. Then we're going back a little bit. We've got $6 Million Man.
Nice.
Before my time. I remember it.
And $6 Million Man.
No.
I won't do a Des and go throughout the whole decade. Action Man.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's super cool.
What was in
They
here?
look in mint condition.
Really cool as well. Look at that.
I think that's the version I saw at Sandown.
Oh, that's a beaut.
That's just neat.
That is.
Look at this, and tanks, and this is actually really cool. Look at this dogfight. Look at that artwork. That's pretty.
But look at that. That's in watercolor.
That. Yeah,
that's painted in watercolor. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's awesome artwork there.
Yeah,
so that's cool. They did several of these. I don't have any others, but they did several Action Man annuals throughout the years. Mask. People have seen Mask. Here's the different Thundercats.
All right.
Yeah, that's quite a cool one.
The origin.
There's one that's worth about £25, Dave. I can't remember what cover it is, but one of the Thundercats ones is a real big hitter for some reason. It's weird. I don't know why.
I mean, it's just like standard kind of
Maybe there weren't many of them about.
Yeah. I've been looking quite a lot of late, and some of them are just ridiculous depending on the covers. Like I said, there's a G.I. Joe one, which is about 20 quid.
I think this was shown, wasn't it? Masters of Universe. I think that one's been shown.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Luke
got that one.
had that one, yeah.
Yeah,
that's great.
I mean, look at that. Just from those by double.
Oh,
nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Adam, you'll like that one, right? With the pink background there. That's lovely.
Yeah, I like a bit of pink colour.
I'll eat my Walther.
VTR. Kev says, if Dave hasn't got a 007 annual, I'm going to eat my Walther PP.
Awesome. Now these I love. Now these are I did love these as a kid. One, you just look at the cover. I mean, look at that. I mean, I was just fascinated by World War II and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, and also, like I said before, some of the stories in here are pretty.
They're pretty brutal stories.
Pretty realistic and pretty gruesome. But look,
yeah, it's not G.I. Joe with the lasers and everybody made it.
You want to learn all about helicopters and everything. I mean, it was all in here. It's awesome. So that was, what year was that? That was
1980, wasn't it?
80. That one was 80. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful book.
This one's 81 with the tank on there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. Great stories though as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they was brilliant stories. 82.
I had no idea. I was sleeping.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah,
I'm sure that Terry's. Yeah, that's just mental.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
one. So I
yeah.
got that one. Yeah.
84. That's a great cover.
Oh, wow.
The back, same thing. Yep. And then 83. Very G.I. Joe, that, isn't it? That kind of cover.
Slick.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, with
Nice.
D-Day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, just slightly off annual, but I remember getting a lot of annuals that were from Marks and Spencer, and they would have like Saint Michael on them. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've got one here which is not an annual, but it's a sticker book. But I love this, so I thought I'd show it. It's the Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I love this because
I love a sticker book.
because it has the stickers in there. Look at that.
Oh, Simon, look at that.
Espresso.
Are these ones you can put on and peel off again?
Yeah, you peel
You can
them
put
off and then put
different
them in there.
pages
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, we was on about them the other night, weren't we, Adam?
yeah, like the ones you could put. You'd have like a blank, like canvas, like
Yeah.
a backdrop, and you could put them in different positions. Cool.
Yeah, so it'd be like
very.
Yeah, there's like a where is that? Where does he put it in?
No, thank you for watching, Delvian. Delvian said he's had such a great fun this evening. I've loved this. I've
learned
Thank you,
a ton.
Gap, for the idea, man. Gap's great idea. This. So
I mean,
cheers.
weirdly, it's all this is what I mean by like, back in the 80s. Like it's all black and white except for that sticker part, and then there was a this.
It's got to be money. You would have thought. I don't know. I just thought.
Yeah, certainly would lower
It reeks
the
of saving
cost.
money, don't it?
And then it kind of came with this sort of backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, so
we
that's
got
where you
that.
put the stickers on.
Yeah.
So cool. So
Wow.
Yeah, very.
Right. And then the last ones, which I think you might guess what they might be.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, Aber 85, 86, and 87.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Red
That's
colour.
Connery kind of era Bond. This is 60s. But this is brilliant. It's spy stories, the lot. I mean, these are just awesome, these ones.
You mean I could have been reading these every night when we
look
stayed
at
at your
that,
place?
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thunderball.
He collected
yeah,
them later
look at
on.
the
He
shots
said
from the
before.
films and that. Look at that. Scuba for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I feel Stuart has ruined Connery for me now. 'Cause whenever I hear the name,
But my Bond is Roger Moore, of course. So,
You are correct, sir. You are
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
but Your Eyes Only with Roger Moore.
That's cool.
I mean, look at it. I mean, look at this. I mean, how cool is he?
You're not going to get a different answer from me. Coolest guy.
Be a good girl,
Sent
BB,
a
and I'll
poster.
buy you an ice cream.
Yeah, quality.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get anything from the. I mean, they just what I love about these ones, they give you all the sort of, behind the scenes photos and everything as well. I mean, look at this.
Production.
Look at this.
What? Oh.
ShabbyCon 1981.
that was the launch of Babe Station, weren't it?
The famous picture where one of them women was a man, wasn't that the famous picture?
Yeah.
It was a famous Bond picture, isn't there? Well, one of the women was actually a man at the time, which was a famous Bond girl.
no
I can't
idea.
remember which
I didn't know
photo.
The villains.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, Jaws.
Scaramanga.
Yeah.
Scaramanga, yeah.
He's got
Quality.
3 nipples.
Best Bond villain ever, though, wasn't it?
Then we have the Octopussy special.
Oh,
Nice.
dude.
Dave, brilliant.
What's cool about that is look at the circus font on the front. That's really cool because it's like the circus at the start and
Yeah.
everything. That's
Yeah,
really cool. Yeah.
With Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
Great film, Octopussy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Parts of me.
but I love it.
Yeah.
This actually does have like a cartoon comic strip in there too.
Yeah. A lot of them did, didn't they?
See if we can find any. Any interesting pictures in here? No, a lot of this is actually comic strip, which is interesting.
PHS, yeah, that's gone.
And then last one.
Okay. That makes sense.
Moonraker.
Moonraker.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, this is awesome. See if we can get anything in here.
Quite possibly the most ridiculous Bond film, but I loved it.
Yeah. Try and find, I don't know. What's this? Let's see. There we go. Let's get some pictures of.
It's a great idea, Gap.
There we go. Just some nice pictures for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's me on a Wednesday.
Not getting close to my Heather Clear though.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Andy's asking, was this the equivalent to our Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues?
About as close as we could get, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
answer is no.
We had the K's catalogue, a nightwear section.
Nice one, George.
There we go. There we go. I don't want to show annuals that have been shown. No.
Absolutely,
That's cool.
absolutely
Nice.
I've absolutely loved this stream. It's I tell you, I've got to thank Gap because, like I said, if it wasn't for Gap watching me, Adam, and RSI, we would never have come up with this. So we appreciate that, Gap, for letting us do this. Absolutely brilliant. What would you say your favourites were? What stuck out to you all?
Ooh,
Well, for me, that
I
Tron
remember
outlet one, because that's been a favourite, and I've still got mine from being a kid, and it's always been one of my favourites. So that Tron one. But again, there's so many that people have pulled out that you remembered having. That's the thing, and you was like, no way.
I did
Like
like the
all
Rambo.
Desmond's bit, but all them, there was a lot of them that you pulled out that we had every year after year. You know, like what I said, like your mum would get you an annual, she'd write in it, your gran would, and there'd always be Wizarding chips and beanos and dandies, and oh yeah, brilliant.
Knight Rider one for me was quite cool. That one of yours, VTR, that you had, and just even the Transformers from you, Terry. Just like some of them, like really took me back, to be honest, because I remember them vividly.
You could see each year how the artwork, the different artists were coming in there, and then that was changing each year with the different artists coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shabby. I've just been passed this one from Mrs. T, just to show you, just to trump your.
Hey, look at that. God's annual.
I've actually got a funny story about.
We've lost Des. We've lost Des. I don't know where he is.
Oh, weird. Technical difficulties.
I have got a funny story about football annual. Years ago, I found an Ipswich 1982 football annual. Like, I don't know who gave it to me. It was something I'd had since I was childhood. And I just put it on eBay for 99p because I was like, I don't care for it. It sold for £47. So apparently, it was obviously a very quite sought after annual. And I'm thinking, Ipswich 1982. Who wants that?
They'd have been UEFA Cup champions, though. Then I think they won it.
No word of a lie, though. I remember thinking, what the hell?
Yeah,
£47.
Yeah, 47 quid. It went.
You know what, Adam? I put the same year up for an Everton one. I got 47p.
Did they want to give you 47p to keep it?
Another one lost. Another one. I can tell you, another one gone.
That was it. That was in the Henry Cooper annual, but that was Barry Sheen on his bike.
Oh yeah,
Barry Sheen. I love Barry Sheen.
Big Strong's got a question, which is a great question. Is there an annual you would love to own that you don't have? Oh, I would say that Galaxy Rangers one. That was amazing. That was amazing. So that's my
it's a Transformers one for me, and that original Megatron image, the G1 Megatron stood to the side. It was the cover for it, and I can never remember the annual or what year, but I always remember that being the cover, and that's the one I'd like to get my hands on.
For me, it's the 1991 G.I. Joe Tiger Force annual. Really hard to get. It's not cheap, and that's the one I'd like. Just not willing to spend 25 quid that everybody wants for it. So
awesome. There it is, right there. Let's have a look.
That's good.
What about you, Scoobs? What would be an
I'm going to steal Dave's Bond. I mean, I'm going to read Dave's Bond annual when I come to visit again. Yeah, I would love to have some of those Bond ones. That's ace.
Yeah. VT, how about you, pal?
Well, I think that there are more in that Bond series, so I would like to complete the Roger Moore series of annuals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there must be like a View to a Kill and all that. I'm sure there must be annuals for those as well.
You would think. Yeah.
Our Des,
not being biased. I did like that Saint one off Dave. Not being biased or anything, but I thought that
that Saint one was awesome.
Is that one for you, Dave? 18 story, and you look in that.
Oh, A-Team story there. Oh yeah, that's cool.
What about you, Des? Would it be the 2005 Champions League final album? Would it be that?
I don't know if you can see that.
That's
me. That's me.
Star Wars.
That one there.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Look at my hair.
Get that mop.
Not about your hair. I'm kind of liking your cardi there, mate.
Yeah.
Marks and Sparks special. That.
Biffy.
That's me and my brother with the Palatoy Death Star.
Oh, dude, that is fantastic.
Nice.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that. It's something that I've not really sort of thought about, but yeah, I might be sort of. So obviously that's gone to the.
Do you remember that comedian, Shabby?
Let's have a look.
Jiminy Cricket, come here. There's more.
Weird, wasn't he?
He was a bit strange.
He wasn't, was he? Yeah. Yeah. So Jonathan says awesome stream. Kieran says awesome stream. Wing says for me, Dean, it's gonna have to be Captain Scarlet annual. Definitely got to get my hands on one of those. I just find it funny that we're all over different parts of the world, yet we're all still going out for trying to find annuals and this and that and picking them up. It's one of my things I do when we go to flea markets and I'm always in the book part. You just never know when you come. I've just got the ET one, and so you just never know what you're going to come across there. So let's have a look. Gap says, I'm sure there is a Cologne annual. Kevin says, top 10 stream. Amazing stuff, chaps. Elvis and ABBA. Brilliant.
Oh, those Elvis ones were choice.
Kev says,
I'm surprised no one wants the ABBA horse album. Annual.
They're saying nay.
I feel like there's going to be a peak in searches on eBay later for annual.
Right? Yeah.
Everybody going.
Remember that show, Shabby? Treasure Hunt? That was Vanica Voice Research?
Yeah.
Stop the clock. I found the clue.
That was a great show, actually.
Yeah, that was really. I was on a Friday night, wasn't it, I think.
George says, I still have the Eagle comics with the mask stories in them and Manticore stories in them.
Manticore, yeah, it was part of Eagle for a while, yeah.
Let's have a look. Marvel Comics UK published the James Bond for Your Rights Only annual in 1981.
Okay.
For someone who grew up in America, this has been very educational. It has. I mean, and I think we've all agreed. You think of annuals, but really you think of the annuals you have them. It's not until all these lads have shown something. All of us have got, no way, I remember that one. I remember having that one. And it's been absolutely brilliant. I've loved it. Fantastic stream. Great job. And thanks for the idea. Anybody got anything to say before we depart, gentlemen? And I've loved this, so thank you all so much. If you're new to Shabby and you want to find these lads, every one of these lads' channels and Instagrams is in the description. So all you got to do is press on their name and you'll see it at the bottom, and you can go straight. They've all got awesome channels, all awesome Instagrams, so you'll have the time of your life looking at all their stuff. But anybody got anything coming up you want to plug?
No, from me. With a very boring.
Thanks, Dave.
Nothing for me, but I feel like the next time I go to a fair or a shop, I'm going to be like, right, who said they wanted that annual? I feel like I'm going to be
just like, you got that running toy list of things people are looking for. It's like,
I've just got my Thursday stream of Commodore 64 classics again this Thursday. So
cool.
I bet my mum said the same thing.
Yeah. Who you got on Tubbs, Shabby and Sire? Is it?
Oh, yeah, I'll talk about Tubbs, Tubbs in a sec, but I was just going to say this is what makes me envious about you lots. And I say this to Scuba when me, Scuba, and G-Force have gone out hunting and stuff like that. It's when I watch your videos, the British videos, and you go to places like Sandown and so, and I see the stuff there that you don't get. Like I was saying to Si only 2 nights ago, Si, you've got to get me a big yellow teapot. You've got to get me one. You know what because I love that thing as a kid. But it's like things like annuals and so forth. It's great to me.
Yeah, Dave's Sandown video. Like, I'm only maybe 7 minutes in because I keep freezing it. Rewind, play, freeze it, take a screenshot.
On Dave's video, I've got to ask Des, did your eyebrows prick up when you saw the Star Wars pizza boxes?
You need to come on.
I nearly brought a Star Wars pizza box. I was on the edge. I was like, the Darth Maul one. I was like, can I spend? He wanted 15 quid.
Really? Good God.
And I was like, I'm so tempted. I nearly brought that.
Des got his KFC one for a tenner.
Yeah.
I've got
the free burger.
I've got a KFC one. I've got a KFC one. They're quality. That's why I nearly went for the Pizza Hut. But,
I was quite surprised with Pizza Hut one. They look pretty cool though, didn't they?
They were in great condition. But only 20 years, 25
The one
years
that got me in Dave's video was that 18 Corvette still boxed.
Oh yeah!
I can't believe when I saw that still boxed. I thought, what? Or that License to Kill Matchbox set at the end.
Oh yeah!
With all the set in there. And I thought,
aren't they really brittle though, Dave? Aren't they the 18 toys?
Well, that one is actually diecast. So that's the Ertl one. Yeah.
Ertl one is it? Oh,
yeah.
You don't see it much. We were at that store at the same time, weren't we, Dave? We were like 18 Corvette. He had some great stuff.
Yeah, I could have picked up loads of stuff from him.
Oh,
I just have to stop myself from saying, Dave, just go down a bit. Go down it. Oh, it's not live, is it?
Yeah, I know. Wait, go back.
Do you get that yourself then, Scoobs? Because obviously you've been best of both worlds. You've been to all these places with these English lads, and is there certain stuff that you've never seen, and you think, "Oh my life, I've got to get that"? Or do you know what I mean? That wasn't
time. That's what It's like, oh my God, I gotta go to. It's killing me because I know we're getting all the fall toy fairs are going to be popping, so you guys are going to be posting videos, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. Kieran, you're out there about a lot for being in a witness protection program. Brilliant. Well, let me tell you, I've just got a bit of a shameless plug before we go. Tub Thumpers is on tomorrow night. We've got Usual Mike on. But unfortunately, it's on at 8 p.m, so it's 1 a.m. for you English lads tomorrow. So if you're
oh, is it? Oh,
yeah, because it's
me
still
and
early.
Simon trying to get hold of Usual Mike for ages. Do you know what I mean? But as we all know, I mean, we're all part of this community, different time zones and everything else. So we actually arranged for Mike to do it, but the time we can do it is 10 a.m. for Mike, which is 8 p.m. for me, which is 1 o'clock for you boys. But that's what YouTube's all about. If you can't,
I'll still be up, so nothing changes.
So I can't wait to talk to Mike tomorrow. That'll be brilliant. But anyway, thank you to VTR, thank you to our DTM, to Adam, to Scoobs, TJC, our Des, and obviously our site. I've loved this. I've absolutely loved it. So we'll definitely do it again. But anyway, off we go, boys. Everybody wave. See you later.
Thanks for having us.
Night all.
Cheery boys.